wake up this body and to wake up the breathing. So as you're inhaling, hello, we're waking up the body and we're waking up the breathing. You're breathing in your nose if you can, and then you're filling your belly, your ribs, and your heart area. Let's do one more. Inhale and then go up. Now catch your hands and your toes can be forward. You're going to go over a little bit. Breathe in and stretch out that rib cage. And then go up, up, up and stretch out that rib cage. Good, guys. We are waking up our bodies. We are waking up our breathing. Take that inhale. And now let your inhale bring you back to neutral. Your hands are going to go to your thighs and then just flex and extend your spine, and flex and extend your spine, and then two more, waking up that body, and then go all the way up, and we're gonna take our dynaband around our upper back, and we're gonna put our palms facing up, and let the press push you out. Now, we may end up adjusting our hands. So sometimes you have to do a couple to figure it out. And we're gonna exhale and push out. Now, if you are feeling like you wanna add on that a girl, you're gonna be lifting up those heels. Let me step to the side of this puppy. Press up and exhale. Now we are doing two things at once. We're strengthening those lower leg muscles, the calves, and that helps with vascular health as well, to pump blood flow up to the heart again. And then we're adding our presses with our arms. Our shoulders are down the back. And you're breathing fully through your nose. Yes, inhale. And exhale. The body is starting to feel warmer. And you might even feel the heart rate is a little bit higher. And let's do one more. Really good. Nice job. Now we're going to take that same band underneath one or two heels, and it's harder with two heels under the band. I've got equal tails here too, equal band lengths, and it's easier with one heel, but also it depends on what band color you're using, how tall you are. So now we're going to go into some more cues. Your shoulders are down the back. You're breathing in through your nose. Good. And 7, good, and 8, you're tall. So our posture muscles are also getting their alignment. Good, setting us up for a healthy posture during the day. Breathing fully, nose in through the nose, out through the nose. Exhale, both the up and the down, both the concentric here and the eccentric are working. 4 more. Are controlled. 3, take 2 more, 2, and take 1 more, 1, really good. Now we're going to take a lighter band. So for me, a little lighter band, a green or a red, and take your band underneath one heel only, the same side as your arm that you're going to work for a lateral raise. Go out. Exhale. So you can still see your arm, it's long. You're doing a lateral raise. Your torso is tall. You're going up to about shoulder height, and you're not disturbing the body to do it. Good. And I like this hand here. A lot of times it helps me with keeping those abdominals to support my torso upright. 12, 13, shoulders. 14, breathing in the nose. 15, knees soft. 16, so important to have strong shoulders. 17, right here. 18, but not here. 19, here we go, one more. All right, now we switch up the heel that has the band. And you're gonna go out to the side. Go out like a T. Good, that looks like a good length. Your arms long. Good, hips are level. Breathing in and out. Shoulders, make any adjustments you need. This is 8, we're doing 20, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This should feel strong. 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20. Really good. Now we're going to go to the front. Same band for most of us, which should be fine. And it's a little harder, this front raise, but you just have to give yourself a half an inch more of slack with the band and you'll be fine. So now the band's going in front. I've got a little ab tone here so that I don't lean back, which might be a temptation. 7, knees soft. 8, 9, shoulder. 10, and I've got my attention on that shoulder. 11, so it fires better, it contracts better. 13, I'm controlling it on the up. 14, and the down. 15, good, this should feel strong. 16, building up that humerus. 17, 18, 19, here we go. All right, now we're doing the other one. Switch feet. Go forward. All right, here we go. Exhale. Inhale through your nose. 5, 6, 7, 8. This feels strong. This feels relaxed. 10. Halfway there. Shoulder. Good. 13. Feels good to get strong. You've got happy hormones that are released when you do muscle training. So you may also just feel that feeling of empowerment or satisfaction. And then let's take one more for a good one. And then take the stretch. This is my favorite stretch with the dynaband. Take your hands wide, go up and behind. Now inhale up and in front. Everyone looks good. I'm just going to tell you what you're doing good so you can keep those cues. Your elbows are long. You're not having to contort your body to do this stretch. At the hard part, like right there, you may have to stretch your band wider, but you're not contorting your body. One more, full. That looks terrific. Okay, we're going to be taking a few more static stretches. So find the first place, breathe in. Now make sure your low back isn't lordotic. You want the ribs over the pelvis. Now breathe in. And no excessive arch in your low back. It looks great. Okay, how about an inch lower? Breathe in. How about one more lower? Here we go. Breathe in. I hope that feels as good for you. That a girl, Michelle, throw in a calf raise. That's a great trick. And then let your arms have some blood flow. Okay, let it go. Grab a sip. And then we're going to meet for a overhead press with the arms. Yum. Okay, overhead press. There's my weights. 3 to 6 pounds probably. And because we're going overhead, it's not a huge weight. So you have this inhale and an exhale. And then an inhale and an exhale. Good. Neck is soft. You can move it freely at any moment. And 4. Yep, you're figuring it out. That's right. You can always change weights. 5, 6, 7, good, and I love it. 8, you have a little bit of ab tone as you push up. 9, anytime you put something away in your house with the arms overhead and you have something in your weight like a crock pot on a high shelf, or a laundry detergent on a high shelf, let's say, you're going to keep your abs engaged, pulling the ribs down slightly so that you don't get lordotic. That's one of the top ways to hurt your back, is lifting something overhead. So you're careful with those belly. And we've got 4 more. Yes, good. Way to change weights. Nice. 3, 2, good. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to lower the hand weights down, and I want to have us do a stretch. Interlace your fingers. And if you can, lift up a foot and do 2 things at once, one-legged balance and a shoulder stretch. Inhale, take that foot down, keep your interlaced fingers, lift up the other foot. Keep pulling your arms like I'm pulling your arms behind you. Just keep lifting up. Heart up. Now this one is knocking on the door of life. It's also a parasympathetic release, a soothing exercise. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I want to get some of those biceps, but with hand weights, the carrying muscles. So grab a weight that lets you do this. It might be a little bit heavier, so maybe 5 to 10. And then take a exhale to pull your elbows into flexion. Now when you lower, you want to make sure your elbows aren't gonna hyperextending behind you. They're not locking backwards. Now notice the shoulders, they're not forward, they're down the back. So you have a wide clavicle, your shoulders are down the back. Now gravity's gonna try to pull your weights down, but you are controlling them. Good. Another thing I like you're not moving the body with the weights. You're just letting the weights be from flexion, move from flexion of the elbows. Now let's add a full breath. Breathe in through your nose. Feel your lower abdomen. Feel both left, right sides of your ribs. Feel both upper right and left side of your chest, the apex of your lungs. Last 5. Knees are soft. Sometimes I just bend them to make sure. 4, that they're not hyperextended, especially if you know you're hypermobile in joints, that your joints bend backwards. You want to really have more stability than you do mobility on those joints. Exhale. Should feel like there's some warmth in that muscle, right? Take that down. Good. Grab a sip. Grab a sip, grab a sip, grab a sip. And I want you to have your heavy band nearby, your medium band nearby. And now the challenge is going to be to go down without touching the hands. So I'm going to left foot back. I'm going to lower. Now there's 3 ways to do this, but here's the left foot coming back, and you lower without touching your hands. Very good. That's a functional task to be able to get on and off the floor without using your hands. So now your band is around, this is the heavy one. So if you have a heavier band, that's the one you want. Or another trick is to use 2 bands. Cross your rope like an X. Walk your hands down the tubing. You're not holding the handles. If you have an elastic tubing, you have the band, the circle part. Exhale. Now this is a back row. Let me turn towards you. All right, exhale. I've got my correct toes in today. All right, so bend your elbows. Your exhale is gonna pull and pull. Good. And pull. You're really tall. Now we're gonna add that breath. Breathe in through your nose. Lower right and left side of your diaphragm. Expand like an inflation of a balloon. Then the breath goes to your ribs, the left and right side of your ribs. The breath works its way all the way to the high chest, but notice there's no neck tension when you're doing that. Now we're going to be adding on, and I want you to think about the upper back doing this rotation, and you pull an arm. So your exhale is going to have rotation. Exhale, 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 exhale. All right, try 10 more. 9, 8, 7, looking good. 6, and feel how nice it is to have a coordinated movement. Good, more than one joint. It's a multi-joint movement. Let's do 1 more on each, guys. So let's turn, exhale, and turn. Now release your band for a moment and lift up one arm as high as you can, as high as you can, as high as you can. So this is a range of motion stretch. Then this one's a range of motion stretch. And both hands now are on the floor. Lift up your heart. Yes, beautiful. Now we add the breath. So breathe into your nose, and even though it's going belly, ribs, heart, really focus on the heart part of that breath. The right and left side of your upper back and your upper chest. And is one side easier to get into? Sometimes right-handed people have more trouble getting in the left-handed side of their lungs. Breathe in. Really good, guys. And then this is sort of a stretch any way you want your legs. So any way you want your legs. I'm just going to do crisscross applesauce. Add a rotation. This is a great stretch to help keep your upper body upright and not let it get rounded forward. Now it's an inhale to open up your arms and an exhale to go the other way. So what we're doing is helping this body with posture and strength and bone density and the nervous system and the breathing. Turn, turn, turn. And then come back. Really good. Now this one, grab a sip if you'd like. This next one is external rotation. And this one is a medium to lighter band. So maybe a red or a green if you have tubings. Going to take that band around your feet, hook it, cross the band like an X. Yes, elbows beside you. Open up your forearms. And an easy way to adjust the band is also just to grab more band or to grab less band. Your forearms are going out to the side. Let me turn to face you. This is not a huge motion. This is not very big. Don't worry, but it's really important. Posterior deltoid, back the shoulder. Infraspinatus, one of those external rotators, teres minor. Good. Now your shoulders are down the back. I love how relaxed your necks look. I love an exhale to help with that hard part. Wrists are neutral. This helps keep the shoulders from getting rounded forward. This helps the shoulders feel good. So these are just exercises that anyone can benefit from. All right, take 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. I like it. Now uncross your band. It's now not X'd, it's now parallel. You're gonna go beside you and your exhales. Push the arms, but you're tall. And you can pretend, everyone's looking good, but you can pretend your head, your jawline is a shelf, and you're pulling your shelf back until the ear's in line with the shoulder. In other words, your head's not forward of the rest of your body. So this is healthy head-neck alignment. That forward head syndrome is becoming more common since technology's become in our hands. So we're doing the opposite. We're keeping our ear in line with the shoulder. Lift up your crown. Yeah, and breathe. You're setting a fascial template for the rest of your day. Take 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to let that go, and I want you to sit any way you want to. I'm going to sit crisscross applesauce. Go up and over. This is lateral flexion, and it's really important to help prevent rounded shoulders. And you can add your own little rotations that see where you feel good. This stretch helps prevent low back pain. It helps keep breathing muscles open. Notice how we're breathing those intercostals. We're inhaling into them. And it helps prevent rounded shoulders. When these muscles are tight, we look, the arms roll in. Okay, here we go. Up, go to the other side, and we're gonna, it's like someone's pulling you up and then they're pulling you over. This opposite hip is trying to stay down or Velcroed to the floor. Breathe into that rib cage. You can really feel the ribs separating here. And the ribs are attached to the vertebra. So when you create space by breathing into the rib cage and the ribs spread out from the intercostals expanding, you're actually creating space in the spine. So now the spine, the vertebra, has more space to have the intervertebral disc get plump and cushiony. And water helps with that too. So let's take some water because those discs are comprised a lot of water. So we're going to take some hydration. And I want you to find a weight that you can do a bench press with, so that when we lie down and we push up, it feels pretty good. So it may be a heavier weight. I'm going to say 5 to 10 or 5 to 12. And let's go with your head on the mat and your feet on the mat. Notice my feet are on the mat, and you're going to exhale and push up. Now you can push straight up, and your elbows are going to be close to the rib cage or a little bit out, but your shoulders, you're going to make sure your shoulders feel safe. You're going to inhale, and then you're going to exhale on the push. Inhale and exhale. While we're here, check, are your ribs down on the mat? And that's going to feel like a little ab tone is helping you do that. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and then exhale. Gonna feel some chest, also triceps. All right, here we go for 5 more. You're gonna exhale. 4, 3, 2, and then 1, and then take the weights just a little bit out of your way. Now I'm gonna have us take our hands underneath the thigh and pop up. Nice job. Now I want us to have the forearms down. We're gonna do 1 plank for 10. Your elbows are down. You're either on the flesh above your knees, or you're gonna lift up and hold a plank so that we address the core muscles. 10, 2, 3, good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then lower your pelvis, and either your forearms are on the floor or you're going to push yourself up. So now we're addressing the back. So hold, shoulders are down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then gently push back to a child's pose. Press your hips back, inhale. And then, now you can sit any way you want. I'm going to have you, I want you to sit comfortably. So if that means for you, grab a sip if you want to. If that means you need to be on a block, do. What I'm trying to do, or if you want to be high kneeling, Karen, I'm getting us used to, and you guys are terrific at this, but being on the floor is so healthy. And so what we're doing is just used to being on the floor. Looking good. 4, now the top of your back arm. 5 is what we're focused on. 6, we're just getting these side benefits of keeping the lower body flexible. Neck is easy. If you need to, just shake it, and it should feel easy and there's no tension. Good. Exhale as you push up. Feel a big full inhale through your nose. 16, 17, 18, love the posture, love this open shoulder. 19. All right, now take this other hand, catch it, take this hand down, sit up, here we go, push. 1 and 2, straighten, and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, good, 9, 10, 11, good, exhale, 12, 13, straightening that arm looks good, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Super good. Now sit any way you want to. One arm's back, the hand is going to catch. So fingers are catching your fingers if you can. Cow face, and then lift up through your body. Yep. This is a great stretch you can throw in during your day, especially if you feel like you've been forward all day. Let's say you've been working on a project on the computer or engrossed in a book. This is a great stretch you can sneak in to keep the posture muscles open. Switch the arms. One side's almost always a little tighter, so right-handed, usually that right shoulder. So if you want to hold it a little longer, hold it here. Now add that breath. It's going to add a layer of stretch to the bones. Stretch that the bones are in. Breathe in. That the muscles are in. Breathe. Yep, make sure you're not shifting too much, Miss Michelle. Make sure that feels even. Inhale. Good job. Good job. Now, take a stand without using your hands. So one foot can be forward and then up. Nice job. Go over, cross. This is half moon. We're stretching out those muscles. We're ending with some full breathing. Any kind of rotation you're craving. This is just one of my favorite stretches. This is another one you can do anytime. And feel the breath. Now go to the other side and feel the breath on that other side. Any kind of little movement you're craving. Terrific. And I'm going to give you one of two, shoulder or prayer pose. This one's harder. That's why I gave the shoulder one. So palms together, they walk up. Palms together. 5, 4, neck is easy. 3, 2. Now release those and take a little bit of a wider stance. Something that lets you healthily bend the knees. Inhale up, sort of how we started. And I'm slowing it down from how we started. So it's a long enough inhale. You've got enough time to take a big breath, even add an extension here, and then exhale. Let all the old go, bring in the new. Now stay up. You might even add a little bit of a back bend. You might even be able to catch your arms and lift. Stretch out that diaphragm, stretch out that belly. And then bring your hands down to the heart. Your feet come back in. Find 4 corners of alignment on your feet. Find knee softness. Hips neutral, neither spilling forward nor back. Ribs over the pelvis. And we'll take the shoulder blades and relax them down the back. And then just take a moment. We'll cover the high ends to the hearts and notice how good you feel when you have filled your cup with healthy movement. Healthy breathing, a focused mind, completing a task that you put out to do. And we'll keep that energy of empowerment and wellness, radiance for the rest of the day. Thank you so much, ladies. Good job. Wonderful job.